My name is Goldman-Petri, CEO and founder of greektweak.com. Thank you so much for joining me on today's first episode of the Greek Tweak TV. I want to talk to you today about the single most important and fundamental exercise that I believe every leader should do to ensure that they feel motivated and inspired to continue working hard towards the things that really matter to them. And this exercise is also really important because it combats one of the most frustrating and prevalent issues in the Greek community. I'm sure as a leader you've encountered apathy before many times. It's sometimes very difficult to get your members to do what they need to be doing to push your organization forward. I encounter it oftentimes in my role with my sorority, so this is definitely a really big issue in the Greek community and just in the world in general, so this exercise will really help to work towards combating that. So for me personally, there's three main aspects of my life that require a lot of attention: my family, my career, and my membership with the fraternal community. So what I do to ensure that I'm giving the needed amount of effort towards each of these areas to ensure that my family is happy, my career is moving forward, and my organization, my council, and the fraternal community are successful is I establish and I hone in on my why. What I mean by that is I ask myself, why do these things matter to me, and why do I work hard for them? I want to share with you my whys. I believe that the answers to these questions are the answers to apathy. So when I feel apathetic or lazy or tired or I'm procrastinating, I remind myself of each of these answers, and this is what pushes me forward. So my first why is I realize who the good people in my life are, and my sisters are at the top of the list. For me, being a good person is incredibly, insanely important. It's why I married a Quaker, and it's why I really appreciate my organization and my sisters. I feel humbled by them. I feel honored to be in my organization and surrounded by such wonderful people. So part of the reason why I work so hard for my organization is because they're good to me. They deserve my hard work, and they inspire me to want to be better and to want to make them better. My second why is they supported me when I needed it most, and I'll never forget that. Just to give you some background, when I came to my university my freshman year, I was recovering from a really severe car accident that nearly ended my life. I was not in a very good place mentally or physically, and it just wasn't a very good time in my life. My family I won't even go there, but my family life wasn't very stable, and I really needed support, but I wasn't able to find it. In November, I found out that I was pregnant, and going to an elite university like I did, being an 18-year-old mother isn't exactly something that's socially acceptable. So I felt like I didn't have any friends. I struggled to cope with my life and enjoy my undergraduate experience. And when I found Delta Xi Phi, they accepted me unconditionally. They forgave campus gossip and just got to know me, which is really all I wanted at that point. I just wanted people who would like me, for me, get to know me, and free themselves of the judgment. And Delta Xi Phi did that. They supported me when I needed it most, and I never forgot that. I'll never forget that. I work really hard for my organization because they saved me. They saved my undergraduate career, and the love and passion that I feel for my organization really stems from that. My third why, the fraternal community is a force to be reckoned with, but we still have the potential for improvement. So like all things, even though the fraternal community is really kick-ass and we're a powerful group of people, there are obviously still areas for improvement. And I want to be a part of that. I want to be able to look back in 10 years and say, I was part of the reason why the fraternal community is stronger now than it was before. I want to be able to help my organization and other organizations be more successful. That's exciting and fun for me. And I believe that as a fraternal community, we're all interconnected by our values, and it's important for us to support each other. So this is a really big motivating factor for me, especially in my work with the greektweak. This is something that I remind myself of every day. Another thing that motivates me, this is my fourth reason, is, and I don't mean to sound depressing, but the world disappoints me sometimes, so I'm clinging to hope that things can change. So just to give you some background again, the reason why the world sometimes disappoints me, it stems from how naive I was as a child. When I was young, I honestly didn't even realize that there was bad in the world, that there was evil. Everything was, sunshine and rainbows. So I actually remember, I literally remember the exact moment in my life when I realized that there was bad in the world. I was in 5th grade. I know, I'm a late bloomer. I was in 5th grade, and I was out in the quad. I was just sitting in the grass. I wasn't doing anything wrong, and this girl, I won't give her name, although I do remember it, and a bunch of her friends came over and just started wailing on me and hitting me, yelling profanities. I curled up in a ball and took all the hits because I was so flabbergasted. I couldn't believe what was happening. And from that day on, I knew that there was bad things in the world, and it was heartbreaking. So when people are impolite or rude or disrespectful or just bad, it really, really bugs me. So this is something that motivates me in my work in the fraternal community and in my career, in my life. This is a moral motivation. I want to see the world become a better place. I believe that the fraternal community is a really big part of seeing that happen. I think that we really bring in great people, and I want to see more of that, and I want to weed out some of the bad and really see improvements in the world through the fraternal community. So those are my whys. This is why I work so hard. This is what motivates me and what I think of and remind myself of when I feel a little down in the dumps. This is what keeps me going. Action step, exercise. This is what I want you to take away. I want you to go right now and write down 2 to 4 reasons why your organization matters to you and why you work hard for it. This way, when you need some motivation, I want you to take a look back at your whys and use them as inspiration. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining us on the greektweak TV. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye!